Blue dude, blue moon, kinda mysterious, shaded with someone I'm not really into. Do you need to fix it? It's hard to see you when your eyes look dull. Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not blue? Not blue. Blue dude, bad mood, sorta witty and jaded, but let's not talk about you. Your coyote song on a rerun. Are you hound dog tired, singing all night long? Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not blue? Not blue. Not
I just got out of the shower, washed my hair today, and I thought we'd have a little chat because I want to talk about a fear that I have and what it taught me about overcoming fear. I have an irrational fear of butterflies. I said it, butterflies, and I'm gonna explain to you why so you don't get all riled up. When I was a kid, probably like 4 or 5, I was at the zoo and I went to this butterfly garden, and I had no idea what was in store for me. So as I'm going through this butterfly garden, I think I remember like hitting like one of the plants, and you know, like when you go into those gardens, at least the one that I went in, there's like hundreds of butterflies just like sitting on like the vines and the trees and the leaves, and I remember hitting one, and all of these butterflies went flying everywhere, and they were like touching me and they were landing on me, and I remember I was crying and I was looking for my mom and she was nowhere to be found. So now as an adult, my brain associates butterflies with fear. Okay, I know it's irrational, I know butterflies can't hurt me, you don't have to tell me that, okay? I know this. So I want to tell you what my fear of butterflies has taught me about overcoming fear, and I'm also gonna do my hair while I do that. I went on a hike maybe like a month ago, so I made a vlog about my hike that I went on about a month ago. I'll link it in the cards if you want to go watch it. But I went on a hike and I went to this new park that I had never been to, and I had no idea how big it is, how long it was gonna take. When I got in there, I realized that there were hundreds of butterflies. Like, I'm talking every corner you turn, there is a butterfly. There's big butterflies, there's little butterflies, there's red butterflies, there's pink, there's butterflies everywhere. I soon realized, once I got into the thick of it, that there's no way that I could escape running into a butterfly. And I want you to insert your fear into this situation, okay? Mine is butterflies. Insert what you are fearing into this so that you understand, okay? Insert your fear. I'm realizing that the only way I'm gonna get through this hike is if I go through it, is if I go through the butterflies. And I guess I'll speak for myself, but we can spend so much time trying to avoid our fears, go around our fears, because obviously it's a fear, we're afraid of it. But what I realized as I was going through this hike is that the only way to overcome your fear is if you go through it. You You can't avoid it, you can't go around it, you have to go through it. And as I was walking on this hike, and I was literally walking through just like so many butterflies, and I know that sounds so stupid, but again, insert your fear so that it makes sense. I was literally surrounded by butterflies. I was surrounded by my fears. The thought came to me that we walk through the valley of the shadow of death. It's the through for me, okay? It's the through for me. You literally have to walk through your fears to overcome them. And I think once you walk through your fears and you're surrounded by your fears, you realize, oh, this isn't so bad. This isn't as scary as I thought it was. Once you come face to face with your fears, you realize it's not as scary as you thought it was. And I think that's the crazy thing. And I think I am going through a period in my life where I am experiencing, like, outside of butterflies, but I'm going through things that I have really feared and things that I ran away from because I didn't want to face them. And once I'm facing them, and now that I am facing them, I'm realizing, oh, wait a minute, this isn't that scary. This isn't as bad as I thought. And I think sometimes the end of the world seems like the end of the world until you are experiencing it, and then you're like, wait, this isn't as bad as I thought. I just wanted to share that story to encourage somebody that you can't overcome your fears unless you go through them, unless you experience them face to face. And does that mean that I am no longer scared of butterflies? Not necessarily, but I think now I know that I can be in a situation, I can be surrounded by what I'm scared of the most, and I can still move forward. I can still go through it. And I think that's really important. I think that can apply, you can put that into many different situations in your life, that even though you're going through a hard time, even though you're surrounded by what seems like ops, you can still move forward and you will find your way out of that forest. And I think that's what that taught me. And I think overall, now I know that, like, I can push myself and go into, you know, hikes that have a lot of butterflies. Maybe one day I'll even go into a butterfly garden. Who knows? Maybe next time you'll see me, I'll have a butterfly as a pet. I mean, honestly, who knows? But I just want to encourage somebody that whatever it is that you are fearing, whether it's being alone, whether it's dating again, whether it's doing something that you've never tried before and you're nervous about not being perfect, you have to do that thing in order to overcome it, okay? Unless you want to be in the same position your whole life, unless you want to keep on avoiding fear and navigating your life around that, which nobody wants to do. Yeah, my fear of butterflies taught me that you have to go through your fear in order to overcome it. That's what I'm learning these days. I hope that helps somebody. I hope it encouraged you to face your fears, even if you're scared, even if it seems impossible, because you know some things do be seeming impossible. Face your fears so that you can overcome them and that you can grow and that you can learn. That's all I've got for you today, babes.